moment we have managed to get the engine right. There was quite a few issues. We had to rebuild the engine many times because there was issue kept coming, but then we realized there was one big issue inside it. There was something to do with the bearing that kept making the engine issue with it, so we had to strip it up, go to one of the places like a garage sort of place we had near. They had to take the bearing out. We hope the engine is actually running. There's no other issues. Right now we have they have managed to put the car together. They're going to put a nose cone on it, and then side panels are on, engine's in, and all the wiring that needs doing are potentially.
With the final stages just of the car being put together now, it's really exciting for what's happening today. I've helped out with the aerodynamics for the car, so I did a lot of the design for the aerodynamics of like different things like side pods. We're just doing the final build so we can take the car to scrutineering and hopefully pass the checks.
You can see behind the scrutineering, that's where, over there, that's where our car is right now.
It goes tilt noise brake. This one looks at safety, technical and chassis. Okay.
Right.
So they go through them, all of them, and then once that's done, they weigh the car there.
Yeah, we need to run the engine. Definitely need to run the engine. Because obviously it's had a full rebuild, so we need to check things. It's gone straight back in the car. Everything's just running 100 miles an hour.
I think we can
do some
we
compression
can't
testing.
do that until we pass tilt and get into the noise base.
This is a team which are expected to perform as working professionals, to generate a car in their own time alongside the studies. These guys aren't getting paid, so you've got to sort of motivate people by showing the reward at the end, and the reward being Silverstone and the whole design experience. If you saw the car between 2021 and 2022, there was a huge change in sort of the way we ran things, efficiencies, best operating principles for the team, and a lot of morale boosting as well. So since then, I hope the team that have built on that and understood the areas and being able to plan for contingency and making sure that if there's anything dropping out, people coming up to exams getting stressed, that they can forecast that and make sure resource is covered. I think that was something that we could have improved on.
Compared to last year, we've
got a good roster of people this year.
Yeah.
We have. There's a few people with good brains and a good engineering brain and real world engineering. Because, mate, I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but these types of situations in the real world, it's not like in uni. This is what I've explained. I was explaining it to Tom. Sometimes you just have to improvise, adapt, overcome, think outside the box, and do whatever you need to do to get the job done. I.e. stay in the van until 7:30 in the morning, build the engine, and then get back up at 9 o'clock.
The cable to the brakes, there's a flat line in there, I believe. So we've got to see what happens. But other than that, it's looking really good. Yeah, pressure's on the boys. You go through, this is the first stage, second, third, fourth, fifth. Hopefully they get to the next stage, then the one after, then after, then after. And hopefully we're on track Sunday. Let's go.
We managed to get in scrutineering 3 times. With the first time we had a big list. We came back to the workshop, we got the list completed, we went back again, they found some more issues they weren't happy with. We corrected those issues, went back today. Today they passed us. There was a couple of little technicalities, a couple of little rules that we'd found that they had different opinions on. We worked it out with the scrutineers and we managed to get through scrutineering today. There's a couple of little issues we fixed while we were there. We then managed to make it onto, after scrutiny, we managed to make it onto the tilt test. The tilt test worked, so that was great. Then we were allowed to go and try and start the car. Because of the engine issues we've been having, we haven't had a chance to test the car at all. So we weren't able to complete the noise test because the car wouldn't start. We absolutely know what it is. It's just an issue to do with the batteries that we're using and the fact that we've been using them all day for testing. So that's kind of meant that we can't do the noise test how we wanted to, and then we can't obviously then compete in the live events. We've got a great base to build on from this year. The car's in a ready to race condition. We know that because we spoke to the scrutineers and they've agreed with us. It's really been a great experience. It's my first time at Silverstone, a lot of the guys' first time at Silverstone, and we've all learned a lot from other teams as well as the guys who we came with, and just being able to speak to everybody really.
On Wednesday we had no engine, so coming from the point where we had no engine, today on Sunday we had an engine that was working. We believe we've done more than last year. We believe we have improved quite a lot. I'm very happy with the team's performance. Everybody did amazing. Couldn't ask for more, but of course we do need to do more. Next year we are coming with stronger strategies. We are making sure that we do the best possible, and we know we have the potential.
And it's actually a really good way to connect with other people who are like-minded and other engineering students, especially different years, because otherwise you wouldn't end up seeing each other.
To the sponsors, they've made it possible. Obviously it costs a lot of money to build a race car. We have funding, but we have to get sponsorship as well. The sponsorships allow us to, they make the project possible basically, so a big thank you to sponsors as well as everyone involved.
Mawson were particularly useful in enabling the students to go on courses for us when we first pitched, so that was things like welding, fabrication, supporting us in buying better parts. It makes a massive difference, but despite the physical attributes and additions to the car, the most important ones are the student experience. I mean, these are skills that you use on places like this all the time and going further in your career, and it gives you that additional edge on other graduates as well, may not have the same experience, so yeah, brilliant.